Losing a spouse is one of the hardest experiences in life. It can feel like your whole world has changed in an instant. The person who was always by your side is no longer there, and that can bring deep sadness, loneliness, and confusion. It's natural to feel lost, not knowing what to do next or how to move forward. During this time of grief, people often make decisions based on their emotions, rather than clear thinking. Some choices may seem right at the moment, but can lead to regret later. It's important to take things slowly, allow yourself time to heal, and avoid rushing into big decisions. Below are 5 common mistakes that many people make after losing a spouse, along with advice on how to handle each situation in a way that helps you heal while protecting your future. When you lose a spouse, your financial situation may change, and you might feel pressure to make quick decisions about money. You may consider selling your house, giving away belongings, or making changes to bank accounts and investments. While it's important to take care of financial matters, making major decisions too soon can lead to mistakes. For example, you may think about selling your home because it feels too big or too empty. But moving while you are grieving may not be the best choice. Your home is full of memories, and leaving too quickly could bring more emotional pain. Similarly, some people feel pressured by family members to give away money or valuable possessions right away. While it's good to be generous, you also need to think about your own financial security before making any big decisions. Many experts suggest following the YART's 1-year rule, waiting at least a year before making any major financial changes. This gives you time to adjust emotionally and think clearly about what's best for your future. If you are unsure about money matters, seek advice from a trusted financial advisor or family member who has your best interests at heart. One of the most common things people do after losing a spouse is withdrawing from others. You may feel like no one understands what you are going through, or you might not have the energy to be around people. Some people avoid phone calls, stop visiting friends, or even refuse to leave their homes. While it is okay to take time to grieve, staying isolated for too long can make loneliness worse. When you lose a spouse, you may feel like half of you is missing. It's painful to go places where you used to go together or do activities that remind you of them. You might even feel guilty about enjoying time with others when your spouse is no longer there. However, isolating yourself can lead to depression, anxiety, and even physical health problems. Even if it feels difficult, try to stay connected to people who care about you. You don't have to attend large gatherings or force yourself into conversations if you're not ready. Start small, accept a visit from a close friend, answer a phone call, or go for a short walk with a loved one. Over time, these small steps will help you feel less alone. Joining a support group for widows and widowers can also be helpful. Talking to others who have experienced the same loss can bring comfort and reassurance. Remember, you don't have to go through this alone. Allow others to support you during this difficult time. Grief doesn't just affect your emotions, it also affects your body. Many people who lose a spouse stop taking care of themselves without even realizing it. You might lose your appetite, forget to drink enough water, or have trouble sleeping. Some people stop taking their medications or skip doctor's appointments because they feel overwhelmed. Your spouse would want you to stay healthy and take care of yourself. Even though it may feel difficult, try to eat regular meals, even if you are not hungry. Choose simple, nourishing foods like soups, fruits, and whole grains. Drink plenty of water and make sure you get enough rest. Sleep may be difficult at first, but having a routine, going to bed and waking up at the same time each day can help. Light physical activity can also improve your mood. You don't have to do anything strenuous. Even a short walk outside or gentle stretching can make a difference. Moving your body releases chemicals that can help lift your spirits and reduce stress. If you feel extremely sad, tired all the time, or have no interest in things you used to enjoy, you might be experiencing depression. It's important to talk to a doctor if your grief feels unbearable. There is no shame in seeking help. Counseling, support groups, or even medication, if needed, can help you feel better. Taking care of yourself is not selfish, it is necessary. Your health matters, and making small efforts every day will help you heal, both emotionally and physically. When a spouse passes away, family and friends often step in to help. They may want to offer advice, take care of things for you, or even make decisions on your behalf. While their intentions are usually good, it is important to remember that you are the one who should decide what happens next in your life. It is common for people to feel overwhelmed after losing a spouse. You might not have had to handle certain responsibilities before, such as managing finances, paying bills, or making big household decisions. Your spouse may have been the one who took care of these things, and now you are left to figure it all out on your own. This can feel confusing and exhausting, and because of that, you might be tempted to let others take control. Your family members might encourage you to make big changes, like selling your home, moving in with relatives, or giving away your spouse's belongings right away. While they may believe they are helping, these decisions should not be rushed. Making big changes too soon, while you are still grieving, can lead to regret later. If you feel pressured by others, remind yourself that it is okay to take your time. You do not need to make major life decisions right away. If you are unsure about something, wait until you feel more stable before deciding. You can say something like, "I appreciate your advice, but I need more time to think about this." At the same time, it is important to seek guidance when needed. If you are unsure about financial matters, consider speaking with a financial advisor or someone you trust. If you are struggling with legal documents, ask for help from a professional. The key is to make sure that any decisions are made based on your wishes and what is best for you, rather than simply doing what others think is right. Remember, you are still in control of your own life. It is okay to accept support from others, but do not let anyone pressure you into decisions you are not ready to make. Take things at your own pace and trust yourself to know what is best for your future. After losing a spouse, many people struggle with guilt when they start to feel moments of happiness again. You may feel like laughing, enjoying time with family, or even thinking about the future means that you are forgetting the person you lost. This is not true. Moving forward does not mean forgetting. The love and memories you shared with your spouse will always be a part of you. Nothing can take that away. However, life continues and it is okay to find joy again. Some people feel like they should always be grieving, as if being sad is a way to honor their spouse. But your spouse would not want you to be unhappy forever. They would want you to continue living, even as you cherish the memories you shared. You can keep your spouse's memory alive in many ways while still allowing yourself to move forward. Some people find comfort in looking through old photos, keeping special belongings, or talking about their spouse with friends and family. Others choose to honor their spouse by continuing a tradition they both loved, such as cooking a favorite meal or visiting a favorite place. It is also important to remember that if one day you find companionship again, it does not mean that you are replacing or forgetting your spouse. Every love is different, and moving forward does not erase the past. It is okay to create new memories while still holding on to the old ones. Grief never truly goes away, but it does change over time. The deep pain will soften, and you will find new ways to carry your love for your spouse with you. Let yourself heal without guilt. You deserve to experience happiness again, and allowing yourself to do so does not mean you love your spouse any less. There is no right or wrong way to grieve. Some days will be easier than others, and that is okay. Healing takes time, and you should never feel rushed to move on or get over your loss. Instead, think of it as learning to live with your grief in a way that allows you to find peace. Grieving the loss of a spouse is a deeply personal and emotional journey, and there is no right or wrong way to go through it. Every person experiences grief differently, and it is important to give yourself the time and grace to process your emotions at your own pace. There may be days when you feel overwhelmed with sadness, and other days when you feel a little lighter. Both are completely normal. Healing does not happen overnight, and it certainly does not mean forgetting the person you lost. Instead, healing means learning how to live with your loss while still finding moments of peace and even joy along the way. It is easy to feel like you should move on quickly, or that others expect you to be okay after a certain period of time. But grief does not follow a set timeline. Some people may find comfort in returning to their routines, while others need more time before they feel ready to engage with the world again. There is no need to compare your grief to anyone else's. Be kind to yourself, and recognize that healing happens in small steps. If you have a bad day, remind yourself that it is just one day, not a sign that you are failing. Allow yourself to feel what you need to feel without guilt or pressure. It is also important to practice self-care during this time. Grief can be exhausting both emotionally and physically, so taking care of yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. Try to get enough rest, eat well, and engage in activities that bring you comfort, even if they are small. A short walk, listening to music, or simply sitting in the sun can help bring a sense of calm. If you find yourself struggling, do not hesitate to seek support. Talking to a trusted friend, joining a grief support group, or even speaking with a counselor can help you process your feelings in a healthy way. You do not have to go through this alone. Remember that giving yourself grace means allowing yourself to grieve without judgment. Some days, you may feel strong, and other days, you may feel like you are taking a step backward. That is okay. Healing is not a straight line, and there is no deadline for when you should start feeling better. Be patient with yourself, and know that your grief is a reflection of the love you shared with your spouse. Over time, the pain will soften, and while you may always miss them, you will also learn to carry their memory in a way that brings you comfort rather than sorrow. Above all, trust that it is okay to find happiness again. You are not betraying your spouse by living your life. They would want you to be at peace and to continue finding meaning in the world around you. By allowing yourself the time and space to heal, you are honoring both your spouse's memory and your own well-being. Grief is a journey, and it is one that you do not have to walk alone. Give yourself the grace to move forward at your own pace, and know that love never truly leaves. It simply changes form, staying with you always.